The path to the luxury land called the NFL playoffs all starts on that 16-mile highway that all teams start together on, which is 16 games to make it to the luxury land called the NFL postseason, the NFL playoffs. All teams start at the same point, week one, baby. But as we head into week 7, past mile marker 6, you got some teams that are loving life. They're on what I call the staircase to heaven. They're riding in that luxury car with the top down, wind blowing through their hair, listening to their GPS, guide them in the right direction to the land called the NFL playoff. You know, teams like the Patriots, Saints, and the 49ers, they're doing things right, playing good football, following their scrims, just listening to that GPS going in the right direction. And you got teams that are not quite there with them, but they're on the same path to that staircase. You got teams like the Seattle Seahawks, you got the Carolina Panthers, you got the Green Bay Packers, and you also got the Minnesota Vikings. They're all just riding on that staircase to heaven, listening to the GPS, going in the right direction, playing good football. Past week, going into week 7, past mile marker 6. And of course, you got those teams that are riding in the bucket, have broke down bucket. And you got teams like that are riding in outdated luxury cars. They could break down at any time. And you got teams that are riding in a luxury car with no damn brakes. What do they have in common? They're on the highway to hell. That's right. Reading the map quest, not listening to the GPS, going in the wrong direction fast. Straight to the highway to hell. No way going to the playoffs. They just going in the wrong direction. Teams like the Falcons riding in a Ferrari with no damn brakes, speeding in the rain, going the wrong way, reading the map quest. Damn it. But more or less, you got teams that actually are on the right path. They're not on the staircase to heaven, but they're on the right path. They're actually listening to their GPS. But at this point, at mile marker 6, going into week 7, they're recalibrating. The GPS is redirecting them. They're trying to figure out just where in the hell are they going, which means they still have a chance to right the ship, to make it to the land called the NFL postseason, NFL playoffs. It got a chance. Teams like Dallas Cowboys, who we'll talk about in a little bit, Philadelphia Eagles, Buffalo Bills, Detroit Lions, Cleveland Browns, Colts, Raiders, Rams, they all have a shot. They all have a chance to right the ship, to figure these things out over the next few mile markers, the next few weeks of the NFL season, to actually have a chance to make it to the playoffs. And then on a side note, you got teams like the Bucks, Giants, Jets. They're going in the right direction. They're just stuck in traffic with the gas light on. Yeah, they don't have enough to get there. Right. But one thing that's important about this juncture of the season is we're getting into those key matchups, those key division games. That's right. It all matters about the division. See, you can be an NFC team and drop games to AFC teams, or vice versa, be AFC teams and drop the NFC team. But all that really matters in the whole big scheme of things is your divisional record. So this week, we got 4 big games this week coming up, and I'm excited about them. You got key matchups this week, 4 games that are pivotal divisional matchups. Let's start with the first one. You got the Minnesota Vikings headed to the Detroit Lions. They're both looking for their first division win. And that is one of the toughest divisions all in the NFL, the NFC North. I mean, you just got to look at it. You got Minnesota, who's coming off the thumping. That's right. They thumped the Eagles last week. I got to give it to coaching there. They saw the weaknesses of the Eagles, which was the pass defense. And good old Kirk Cousins, maybe I had you wrong. Instead of force feeding Dalvin Cook, y'all threw the ball and you got the job done. And you got the Detroit Lions, who lost a tough game. Everybody wants to blame the refs. But stop there. Yes, we know what the refs are. They've been that way. Nothing has changed. But you can't look at that game and say Detroit lost because of the refs. You know why? Because it was Matt Stafford in that offense in the second half if you actually watch football. You can't settle for field goals and expect to go into Lambeau and beat that man called Aaron Rodgers. You got to put it in the end zone. And Matt Stafford, for whatever reason, just cannot win the big games and get it done. Nonetheless, 2 tough teams, 2 big division games. Going to be a good one. And then you got the Houston Texans going to the Indianapolis Colts. Both are 1-0 in the division. You got Deshaun Watson, who I just love him. I think he's the MVP. Him and McCaffrey. I love him. But they went against the Chiefs and they did their thing. Got on out of there with the W. And the Colts don't look that bad as well. This is a key divisional matchup between these boys. Watson, Brissett ought to be a good one. And then you got the one that so many fans are waiting on. I know it. The Philadelphia Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys. Both of them are coming off of losses. You took L's last week and you're looking for redemption. You got Doug Peterson, the coach of the Eagles, guaranteeing victories. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. He's just instilling confidence in this guy. And you got the turmoil that is the Dallas Cowboys who just can't get right. Now, the team that's going to win the game is the team that controls their weaknesses, plays to their strengths, and figure out the other team's weakness, i.e., Philly can't stop the pass. They probably have the second worst pass defense right behind the Atlanta Falcons. It's neither here nor there. They have a very stout run defense. So if they stop Zeke and they force Dak to throw the ball, you might be working with something because I don't believe in Dak. It's not just you, Dak. It's your offensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator and Jason Garrett. Dallas, y'all, the most predictable offense inside the red zone. And if I was a Cowboy fan, I'd be pulling all my hair out. It's hard to watch. It is hard to watch. It's so predictable. So, whichever team plays their strength can get off the schneid and take the lead in that NFC East. And last but not least, you got the New England Patriots going into the New York Jets. Now, my old man Sam Darnold came back and looked good, and the Jets looked like a totally different team. Maybe they have a chance. Patriots defense is still strong. Ought to be a good divisional game on a Monday night. I love the Patriots defense, but just who in the hell is Tom Brady throwing the ball to? Damn it, they got opening auditions for wide receiver out there. I give them credit. Brady is the man, but damn it, get the man some receivers. Ought to be a good one. Could be an upset in the making. I don't see the Patriots going undefeated all season. They're going to drop a game. Could it be Monday? I don't know. But we're passing mile marker 6 heading into week 7. Things are going to start to even out. You're going to see some teams drop back. You're going to see some teams speed ahead. It's all about these key divisional matchups, baby. And it's getting heated. It is getting heated. I'm looking forward to it. Marathon, not a sprint. It's time to start putting that pedal to the floor. Week 7 is upon us, y'all.